Good afternoon, everyone. Taking Riley for a walk. I feel like this is the way I start off my day with you guys a lot. That'll change here in a couple of weeks. Today, as many of you know, is September 11th, 2014. For those of you who might be really young, or who aren't in this country and don't really pay much attention to the news, today is a really sorrowful day for the United States of America. About 13 years ago, on this day, we, and I say we, I mean the United States, were attacked in New York, Washington, D.C., and in Pennsylvania. And it was the first time we'd ever been attacked on our soil since Pearl Harbor. And it was in probably one of the most brutal fashions we could ever think of. And it changed the world for a lot of people. It actually changed the world significantly. So, a lot of people are in remembrance today. A lot of people are sharing their stories, and I figure, if nothing else, I could share mine with you guys. So, on September 11th, 2001, I was in my second week of 4th grade, and I was getting ready for school. And when I was a little kid, I would wake up. I didn't need an alarm to wake up. I could get up all on my own. And I typically wake up around 6:30. So I got up. I went through my usual morning routine of getting ready for school. I was sitting down to eat my breakfast when my mom called. My mom was on a business trip in Southern California. And she told me two things. First thing she told me was to give the phone to my sister, who was taking care of me. The second thing my mom told me was do not turn on the TV. And back then, TV, because I didn't really use the internet, I didn't have a computer. Well, we had a computer, but I didn't use the internet at all on it. TV was my life. So normally I would have argued with my mother on why I couldn't turn on the TV, and I might have, but my memory of it is that I didn't argue with her, that I just accepted it and went and woke Andrea up. So I went and I woke her up, and I went back downstairs and continued eating my breakfast. It was probably about 5 minutes later, and Andrea came running down the stairs and turned on the TV in the living room. And I can remember at that point, came running downstairs and she turned on the TV. And then my 9-year-old brain decided, hey, that's not fair. How come she can watch TV? And I was thinking at the time, because I was kind of a troublemaker kid, I'm like, I'm not in trouble, am I? Oh. I remember walking into the living room just as Andrea had turned on the TV, and we watched the second plane hit the second tower, and we kept watching. We watched until the towers fell. And, yeah. I don't remember much after that. I remember going to school. I remember most of that day the teachers trying to distract us, but allowing us to talk about what we had seen or what we knew about it. And I remember eventually the teachers kind of gave up and we were watching the news at school. I also remember that the preschool through the second graders weren't there. It was just 3rd through 5th graders. I don't really remember the reasoning for that. But I definitely knew at 9 years old that the world was about to be very, very different. I don't remember being scared or anything like that until months later when I actually had to get on a plane and go somewhere. And the thing that was comforting to me was the fact that there were men and women of our armed service in the airports and on the airplanes in plain clothes, or in uniform. Which, you know, a lot of people think that you'd be scared of that, but for me it made me feel safer. I don't really know why. So that's my story. Figured I'd share my story with you. Sorry to open up on a somber note, but that's kind of what today is. And I don't know. I feel like it's interesting to hear everybody's stories about where they were. Alright, so my parents just got back from Yakima getting grapes. I'm going to take Riley over and we're going to go crush some grapes real quick and get it ready to be fermented and turned into wine. And we're probably going to eat dinner over there. There's not a lot of space on my card from earlier, so I don't know how much of that I'm going to film. But we'll see. So we finished crushing wine. I'd show you it, but we carted some of it off and put everything away. Riley's been playing with the tennis ball. I found my football, and I've been playing with that. And getting a good workout in today. It's fun, and it's nice out. Hey, Mom. They were in Yakima, getting the grapes and everything. Yakima is about 3+ hours away from here, so they've been gone pretty much all day. I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight because I know I'm gonna run out of space on this. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Sorry it was kind of somber, but that's the way today kind of is for most Americans. Tomorrow will be better, and I hope you all had a good day and did something fun. Have a good night.